Two major Florida bills likely to impact the LGBTQ community are in legislative limbo as the clock winds down in the session in Tallahassee.
Action News Jack's Jake Stofan reports advocates are hopeful they could defeat some of the measures.
The bills deal with bathrooms and gender care for minors, but the House and Senate haven't gotten on the same page on either of those topics, and they only have until Friday to strike a deal. The Florida Senate took up a bill expanding the prohibition on teaching sexual orientation and gender identity from grades K through 3 to pre-K through 8th grade today, adopting language from the House version that also includes a 5-day time limit to resolve book challenges and an appeal process for parents.
Materials that are far too explicit to air in a nightly newscast certainly have no place in elementary and middle school curriculum.
But the Senate and House have not gotten on the same page on other bills opposed by the LGBTQ community. Equality Florida's Carlos Guillermo Smith previously served in the Florida House.
There's a limited amount of time that these bills have before the time is really just going to be up.
The chambers haven't agreed on a bill seeking to require people to use restrooms aligned with their biological sex. The House bill applies to all public restrooms, while the Senate only deals with restrooms in state-run facilities like schools and prisons. Additionally, the chambers are far apart on a bill banning gender care for minors.
I am confident we're going to get something done. We got plenty of time.
That was House sponsor Randy Fine last Tuesday. Now, with just 3 days remaining in session, Smith says the Florida Senate, which has generally taken more moderate positions on all these bills, is providing some hope for the LGBTQ community.
That we can stop a lot of these bad proposals.
As the Florida Senate, care for minors.
I am confident we're going to get something done. We got plenty of time.
That was House sponsor Randy Fine last Tuesday. Now, with just 3 days remaining in session, Smith says the Florida Senate, which has generally taken more moderate positions on all these bills, is providing some hope for the LGBTQ community.
That we can stop a lot of these bad proposals by reaching out to our state senators in these final hours of legislative session where really anything can happen.
And if history is a guide, Smith is right to be cautiously optimistic. Back in 2021, the proposed ban on transgender athletes competing in women's sports appeared dead, but just 2 days before the end of session, it was tagged on as a last-minute amendment to that year's education package and passed into law. For local coverage you can count on downtown, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.